Welcome to the peak, where becoming your best self is our goal. I'm Mike Mittman. On this week's episode, an organization dedicated to keeping theater alive, the best places for scenic picnics, and how St. Luke's kept the patient active. All that and more coming up on the peak. To be or not to be? Let's get out and see how the Shakespeare Festival is enriching our region with their live productions.
Every time I am about to do a performance, it's literally stepping into the unknown. Every performance is completely different because my fellow actors are different that day, I'm different that day. It's that step into the unknown, and it's a beautiful experience, and each audience, I think, feels the same way.
We're in our 32nd season here at Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival. It started out of DeSales University. It was founded by Father Jerry Schubert, and it's grown and advanced beyond that. We have 2 plays in repertory. We do fantastic musicals at the beginning of every season. We also do 2 shows in our smaller Schubert space. This year we've added more programming. We have an outdoor performance as well as a community day on July 1, and we have a tour of Midsummer Night's Dream that's traveling around the community for free. We have a whole host of reasons to come to the festival, whether you're 5 or 105.
One of the things that I think a local person may not know when they're coming to Pennsylvania Shakes is that you are seeing some of the top talent from Broadway in design, on the stage, and top talent from Shakespeare theaters all across the country, all coming together.
The variety, the eclectic nature of the season gives something to everybody that wants to come to this theater. It's just a beautiful, fulfilling experience.
One of the things that I love about being here is that the theater is not huge. Being in a more intimate setting makes it feel that much more comfy, like you're wrapping a warm blanket around you. It's like that. It's like comfort food, but on a stage. You know what I
mean? If you could describe this show in one word, what would it be?
Familia. It's about hope. It's about love. It's about faith. It's about community and family. And it's just been all of that.
This role has been on my bucket list for many, many years. The play is primarily about vengeance and forgiveness. Even with such a powerful theme to it, it's got a lot of lightness and a lot of humor and warmth.
This play is about forgiveness. And I think that's the height of being a human. I can be measure for measure and justice, or I can be forgiveness. Take your pick.
The remarkable thing about Shakespeare in particular is that every time they are shown, no matter what year it is, no matter what decade it is, no matter what's going on in the world, they resonate to what is happening currently.
The stories that we tell on that stage, someone can always relate. Someone can always relate, and I think that being in a central location, it's close to Philly, it's close to New York, it's close to Jersey, Connecticut. People can come and get a great show or great shows.
I think the arts are one of those things that help knit us together and make us a community and make us a shared society. We really want to be connected with the community in a really authentic way. I think that we are all stronger when we work together, and we want to find ways to do that.
Art takes the problems and the issues that we have, both timeless and timely, and puts them on the stage so that we can see in a different frame our lives and what they're like. Think about how much we played when we were children. And guess what? It's called a play. It's not called a serious, it's called a play. And we played when we were kids. Come see and be a part of a play now that you're an adult and have that much fun again.
The artists illuminating that stage are worth the visit. Now get your picnic basket ready. Let's check in with Holly as she explores some of the best places to enjoy an outdoor meal with a friend.
A brown bag lunch on the lawn of one of Lehigh Valley's lush and scenic parks is a perfect way to spend a nice day. Set your sights on a picturesque picnic. We've got a few spots that you might like. Starting with 80 acres of Monocacy Park, located in the heart of Bethlehem. This historic park is the perfect place for a picnic, with plenty of shaded trees, scenic views, and fun activities for the whole family. You'll find a prime spot to set up near the main attractions of Monocacy Park, the creek. The creek provides a serene setting with plenty of grassy areas and benches to sit and relax on. Feel free to fish or cool off on a hot day. The park also features a wide range of recreational facilities, including playgrounds for children to play on, along with basketball and tennis courts for older kids and adults. There are also several walking paths and hiking trails that wind through the park, providing plenty of opportunities to explore the natural beauty of the area. A warm lunch is welcome thanks to multiple barbecue grills available for hot dogs and hamburgers, and if you're looking to host a larger event, Monocacy Park also has several pavilions that can be reserved for parties or gatherings. With its scenic views, recreational facilities, and convenient location, it's no wonder this park is a favorite among locals and visitors alike. So pack up your picnic basket and head over to Monocacy Park. Silence those cell phones, leave those emails on read because the great outdoors are calling your name. Let's head somewhere where you can wake up and smell the roses. The Malcolm Gross Rose Garden is a hidden gem in Allentown with over 100 varieties of roses and other flowers, as well as fountains and gazebos, making it the perfect spot for a romantic date or a family outing. Pack a basket with your favorite snacks and come relax in the shade of a tree or on a park bench while you take in the sights and sounds of this breathtaking garden. The garden is open daily from sunrise to sunset, and admission is free, making it an affordable option for a day out. Located between Hamilton Street and Linden Street off of Ott Street, the Rose Garden features a beautiful array of roses and other flower varieties, peak bloom being typically June and July. You may spot a photo shoot here, so be wary of photobombing. The Malcolm Gross Rose Garden is the perfect spot to catch some shade and enjoy the beauty of being among the flowers in this fairy tale oasis for your next picnic date. The Rose Garden is truly a sight to behold and a favorite among local residents. Last, let's head to a spot that's a favorite for birdwatching. Hawk Mountain Sanctuary is a perfect spot to enjoy a delightful picnic surrounded by nature's beauty. Nestled in Kempton, PA, Hawk Mountain offers a picturesque haven for families and nature enthusiasts alike. With its breathtaking views of the Appalachian Mountains and tranquil atmosphere, it's a prime spot for a memorable picnic experience. Head out for a hike before spreading out your picnic blanket amidst the rolling hills as a gentle breeze rustles through the trees. Or do what so many others come to the mountain for, to watch for hawks over their lunch. Don't worry, they won't swoop down and steal your baguette, but if you bring your binoculars, you might just see one flying through the clouds overhead. It's also peak season for over 40 species of butterflies. Talk about a picture-perfect experience. Be sure to tag us in your photos. I'm Holly Harrer with Discover Lehigh Valley, and that was a peek at the valley.
I'm definitely packing my lunch this summer. Thanks, Holly. Up next, pediatric tips from our friends at St. Luke's. Stay tuned. You're watching The Peak. Keep your kids healthy and ready to go to school. St. Luke shares some important vaccine tips. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kohler, and I'm a pediatrician for St. Luke's, and today we're going to discuss some tips about vaccines for children. Vaccines save millions of lives in the world every year and protect us from 16 different potentially fatal diseases. We've been using them safely for decades. Every year in this country, we lost up to 20,000 children from vaccine-preventable diseases before the vaccines were available. And those that survived often had long-term disabilities. So why should we vaccinate our kids? Vaccines are very effective, most about 90 to 99% effective. And if kids are vaccinated and still sustain an illness, they're going to have a much less severe illness. Vaccines are very safe. Most side effects are mild, including arm soreness or swelling at the site of an injection. Before vaccines are released to children, they go through detailed clinical trials to assure their safety and effectiveness. Vaccines are necessary. It's especially important to protect the most vulnerable patients, which are our youngest. So delaying vaccines for young infants is not a good plan. By getting the population immunized, we protect those who can't be immunized, like our vulnerable newborns, kids with cancer, and kids and adults who are immunosuppressed. If you have more questions about vaccines, check a trusted source like the AAPHealthyChildren.org website or the CDC website. Thanks for joining us for these St. Luke's Pediatric Tips of the Week.
Thank you, St. Luke's, for assuring our youth stay in good health. Next up, Sara takes on a culinary experience at Butterhead Kitchen in Easton. You're going to want to grab a seat and bring a few friends.
Hi, I'm Sara and this is Voices of the Valley. Today we're at Butterhead Kitchen in Easton. I hope you're hungry because we will be exploring the art of cooking vegan. If you're as curious as I am, follow me. Hi Jason, thank you so much for having me here today.
Thanks for being here, Sara.
I really love this. Is such a cute little place you have here. Tell us a little bit about Butterhead Kitchen. What inspired its inception?
So Butterhead is named after our rescue dog. Butterhead is his nickname. It really was inspired by my husband and I are vegan. We love to entertain, and friends and family were like, how do you make all this food? So I started teaching it just for fun on the side of another career I was in. And it really took off. So I started doing it in other people's homes and found this space actually during the pandemic. This is a space where we host private groups to do vegan cooking experiences.
Well, it definitely took off because I got a sniff of it. Coming to Butterhead, you can bring your friends, your family, and have just a fun experience with some tasty bites in between. And guess what, Jason? I brought some people with me. The ASR team is here.
I love it.
Let's get to cooking. So tell us, what are we going to be making today?
Yeah, let's kick it off. We're going to be making an entire menu of vegan Mexican food. We also have Diana here today who's helping.
Hi, Diana.
But we're going to start out with a made-from-scratch margarita. This is totally fruit-based and, of course, vegan. There is our margarita. So you have to take the first.
Oh my God, that is so fresh.
We make a pineapple mint salsa next. When you're shopping for a pineapple, the way to know if it's ripe is to pull these center leaves, and if they come out that easily, it's ready to go. Some mint leaves, and then a little tip here. This is a super quick way to chop up herbs, just using kitchen shears.
All these tips.
We're gonna add in some diced red onion, a jalapeno.
It smells so fresh just from here.
A little pinch of salt, and then a little pinch of pepper. Well, here, you do it.
Okay, ready?
Now you're teaching me things.
That salsa was phenomenal. And what are we making next?
So now we're gonna make the taco meat for our nacho supreme.
And what are we using for taco meat?
The cool thing with this one is it's sunflower seed based. So we're gonna strain these. Do you wanna hold that for me?
I can do that, for sure.
Those are sun-dried tomatoes, apple cider vinegar, tamari, cumin, garlic powder.
And aside from Mexican, what other dishes do you serve here?
Most popular is Italian.
Italian.
But I also have a Greek menu. We do a whole Thanksgiving series, which is really popular. So I stuck in some chili powder while we were chatting, and now we're putting in some smoked paprika. We're just gonna add a little bit of salt and black pepper. Do you wanna do your pinch?
Ready?
Nice. And then all we do is grind this up until it looks like meat. So does it look meat?
Oh my God,
meat-like?
it smells delicious.
So we're gonna set our meat aside, get our queso going next, and we can enjoy our nachos. All right, our queso, sour cream, and taco meat are ready. So we're gonna invite you now up to come build your nacho supremes. We have a ton of other toppings to offer you, so you're gonna be able to customize them just the way you like them.
I love it. All right, let's build some nachos.
All right.
Well, Jason, thank you for having us. You took our taste buds on an incredible journey today. It's been wonderful. Wonderful experience, right, guys? Yay!
Thank you so much for being here today.
I appreciate you having us here. So whether you're a vegan curious, or just a food lover, Butterhead is a great place to come with your friends and family. Thank you so much for watching. This is Sara with Voices of the Valley.
Hip pain can affect your everyday life. See how St. Luke's treated a patient that was diagnosed with arthritis.
Hi, I'm Paul. I played basketball and baseball as younger. I don't do those activities anymore, but I play tennis once a week. I work out regularly. I like to walk the dog. I stay very active. I first started experiencing pain and I thought it was stemming from a back problem, and I consulted a physician. I was shocked to hear that I had arthritis in my left hip.
So when it comes to hip arthritis, one of the things that we like to do is go from conservative and then work our way to the more invasive things. And these are things that don't necessarily cure arthritis, but they do help remedy some of the symptoms that people have. When all those things have failed and people have gotten to the point that it's affecting the activities of daily living, that's when people start wanting to know what further they can do, and that's when surgical intervention becomes one of the options for their treatment.
I went to a rheumatologist first, went to several different doctors, trying to do everything I could to do something about it without having surgery. We had family weekend at college with my daughter. That was the last straw. That was the hardest. I just told Drea and I told my daughter, I said, I'm doing this.
Paul had anterior hip replacement. Hip replacement is one of the ways that we use to treat hip arthritis that has failed conservative measures. As far as how well somebody does, it's not just the physician that comes in part with the team, but also the patient. How willing are you to do everything possible to get the outcome that you want?
I was scared to have surgery. I did everything I could to prepare myself for surgery. I was exercising. I cut down on my salts, my sugars. I was just doing everything I could to make sure that the surgery went successful.
We took care of Paul from a surgical standpoint, and I have to tell you, and I think I tell most patients, the physical therapists make the physicians look good. From surgery till that 3-month mark, it's the physical therapists that are actually doing the work.
It's really important to get into physical therapy right away after surgery. As soon as you have surgery, the muscles start atrophying, your range of motion starts to decrease because of the swelling and everything that's associated with that. So the sooner we get you up and walking and moving that joint, we can kind of reverse some of those processes from happening.
I was using a walker at the time, and it was only 3 days after my surgery. That took away my walker, and I was using a cane from that point on. And it didn't take long before I was walking without the use of a cane.
It's always great to hear someone do well after physical therapy. And I think in Paul's case, I talked to him after he started playing tennis, and he's excited they got to go back and play, and he's on the court again, and he's feeling better than he did before surgery.
I can't brag enough about my outcome. Dr. Wachuku was amazing. The staff at the orthopedic department was amazing. St. Luke's physical therapy was great. I can't thank the team at St. Luke's enough. The team together brought me here.
Everybody's almost in unison as far as how they're going to care for the patient. From the minute that we meet them, to the minute that they get into surgery, till the last day when they say, you know what, I don't want to see you anymore because I feel that good. It takes a village to take care of people. I know it's a cliche, but you know what, there's some times when it holds true and there's no other way to really express it. So I do think that that's one of the things that really makes St. Luke stand out.
Joining me today is Jeremy Kushner, physical therapist for St. Luke's University Health Network. Thanks for being here, Jeremy.
Thank you for having me, Ashley.
So people go to physical therapy for a lot of reasons. What are some common injuries that should be treated with physical therapy? Tell me about those.
It could be related to the muscle system or the joint itself, but we really treat anything from the jaw down to the foot.
That's pretty amazing. And I guess it's questionable for people. When do they go to PT? When do they see a doctor? And when do they stop dealing with pain? Like, when is it a point where you say, oh, I need help?
It's best to see a physical therapist when you're having pain within the first 2 weeks. The literature and research actually promote you getting early access to physical therapy, and seeing a physical therapist early on really promotes self-efficacy of care.
Can someone just come see a physical therapist, or do they need to go to see their doctor first?
We have what's called direct access. Direct access allows you to see a physical therapist immediately without a prescription.
What if you see a patient and you determine maybe they need to see an orthopedist or another doctor? How does that communication and collaboration work within the network to make sure patients get the care that they need?
We really have immediate access to the team of specialists at St. Luke's, and the coordination of care happens within a day. So it really is nice to be able to collaborate and have a multidisciplinary team towards your care.
Jeremy, if somebody has had surgery of some kind, how important is physical therapy post-op to their full recovery?
We treat patients post-operatively. There are certain phases of healing that we get you to move and strengthen your body at a certain point. So your rehab will look very different from day one to the end of care, but early access and education is very important, vital to the recovery process.
You talked about direct access. How accessible is physical therapy through the St. Luke's network, which is so big now?
It is. We have over 50 locations. We could see you probably within 24 hours if you call our office. We kind of are able to make adjustments to the schedule, and we know the importance of early physical therapy intervention, so we know the importance of getting patients in right away as possible.
As a physical therapist, what do you find to be the most rewarding part of your journey with a patient?
To be one-on-one with patients and see how they could improve themselves through movement and understanding of movement. The body does a great thing in terms of the healing process when we get it to start to move. See them progress over the plan of care is exceptionally rewarding.
What would be one piece of advice that you would give to people out there listening if they're experiencing any kind of discomfort or pain and aren't really sure where to go?
Coming to see a physical therapist just for one visit for advice is very feasible to do. So if you have developed a pain condition, it's very easy and accessible to see us, and our plan of care may be completely different depending on the certain situation. So don't hesitate to give us a call and at least interview us and see what we would do for you.
Excellent advice, Jeremy. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. Get help.
That's right.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Of course.
Physical therapy at St. Luke's can get you back to your favorite activities in no time. I'm Mike Mittman. Thanks for watching. To learn more about anything from today's show, go to our website at thepeaktv.com. And remember, every day is an opportunity to be your best self. This is The Peak. I made that last line without the bug going right in my mouth. If I swallow a bee, well, don't worry about it. Our short. Okay, another jackhammer.
It's the same guy.
Same guy. He followed us. Yeah, he isn't really. What did a truck drop their stuff or what? Are worth the visit. Let's start from the top.
Portions of this program were paid for by St. Luke's University Health Network. The Peak TV is a production of ASR Media.
Hey, it's Dylan. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos.
To see more of the Peak TV, check out our website, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and catch us on WFMZ Channel 69.